Voltron Season 5, Episodes 1 and 2, The Prisoner and Blood Duel. So for this season, because I just don't have nearly as much time as I normally do, I'm going to be doing basically 3 reviews since, fortunately, we only have 6 episodes. Or unfortunately, I guess, depending on how you look at it, because obviously the last season was split up, and this is, like basically the second half of the last season, sort of. But going into it, I was like, alright, I can't do every episode, I just do not have the time. But it's a short season, so I'll just be doing 2 episodes per review. And these first 2 are pretty freaking intense. The first part I thought was really cool. Skip a little bit of time. We see the team is going on missions, and it's like, all right, well, we're just kind of running through because our new pseudo ally has been giving us some information. And it was really simple. It's like, okay, they're going through, mission successful, we're doing this, we're doing that. And then it comes back to the Pidge storyline, where it's like, all right, found her brother. Now they need to find their dad. And that seems to come up. It's like, boom, we can find our dad. And I was like, that's interesting. They're kicking off the first season, or first episode of the season. And it's like, I feel like this isn't going to go super well. And it didn't, at least in that first part. And I thought, oh, it's going to be kind of that continued journey. I didn't know if it would be resolved in this season or if it would, kind of continue going forward. But I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, all right, I don't think they're going to kick it off where it's just going to instantly be like, everything's been going great this whole time in between seasons, and then first episode comes back, everything goes perfectly the whole episode. I was like, there's no way, it's just not gonna happen. So of course they go through, they get this information, they end up going to where Pidge and Matt's dad is, and they go through. It's like, all right, we're Pidge is kind of losing it, especially like both these episodes, the first 2. I was like, that's interesting, we don't normally see her that way. So she's kind of losing it, and it's like, she goes through, it's like, we're going to get our dad. Like, that's been my whole drive, is to find my brother and to find my dad. Found brother, gotta find dad. Now we know where he is, let's just go. We don't have time to wait for backup or any of that. So they go through, the cloaking fails, so then it's like, crap, we're being attacked and everything. They go in, and they can't actually find their father. He's been taken already, and that's when we kind of get reintroduced to Lotor's, like, old allies, and they basically team up. It's like, hey, Zarkon, kind of want to be in the fold again. So I was like, all right, that's pretty interesting. And they decide to actually take Pidge and Matt's dad as a bargaining chip, where it's like, that they're going to come for this guy, so use him to get your son back, and also kill your son because you want to take over again. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. So we get to see them come in the first episode, and both episodes I thought were really cool. Of course, episode 2 was absolutely intense. Like, the first one was really cool. It's like, oh, everything's going well, and they're going through, and then you bring up the storyline, and it's like, oh, we couldn't find dad, but we're gonna figure something out. And then boom, they get the call at the end of the episode, and then episode 2 kicks in, and it was like, all right, they go for this mission. They start off at the mission, and then they do the flashbacks of what's being said. They finish out the rest of the call, then they go to Lotor, and it's like, you guys can't give in to exactly what's going on here, because he's just gonna trick you, like, it's not gonna work, and he's just gonna kill me, so then we're all screwed. And Pidge is just losing it. Like, she's like, once again, the whole reason I was here is to find my brother and my dad. So she's losing it, and they finally end up on this mission, and of course, the main villain does a villainous thing where he betrays them and it's hologram and not actually their dad. So then it gets real crazy, because I was like, all right, I don't know exactly what's going on. Like, Lotor clearly knew something was a little weird. I was like, all right, I think he's a part of the plan. Like, maybe something's going on with him and Shiro, which I assume was the case because he had the Black Bayard. So I was like, all right, something's going on. Like, he knows what's happening. And Shiro's like, wait until the moment is right. So, they kind of had a deal going. And I was like, all right, how is this going to play out? It was, fake hologram. We do see that they actually had the dad there. So I guess the technology isn't that advanced. He still had to be like 20 feet away. And I was like, all right, so how's this about to play out? And then Lotor gets out of his cuffs and he fights his dad for like 20 minutes. Like, he's just fighting him the whole episode, which is actually really great. Like, the animation for that just looked really, really sweet. So I was like, I absolutely love this. That was super fun to watch. And then the rest of the mission is action as well. Like, the whole thing was just a giant action set piece after like the first maybe 5 to 6 minutes, 5 to 7 maybe. And then after that, it was just absolute pandemonium. It was like, all right, well, we have a father versus son, and Lotor is fighting with the blades, Zarkon is fighting, and like, his crazy, he's all armored up and stuff, and he's getting pumped full of like the cosmic material that Voltron is made out of. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it was, just the liquid form. So he's like in crazy super strength mode and stuff, and it's like, all right, well, that's going to be tough. But, it's the 2 of them, and then you have Pidge, Matt, and Shiro going off to fight against Lotor's old crew. and that was pretty cool. And they're trying to save their dad, so that was pretty fun to watch. And they're in the ship, and then like the ship is diving, and it's going up, and then it's diving down, so it's like zero gravity. And I thought that was really fun. And then of course we have the Lions coming in, and it's like, all right, well, we need to get in for backup because they were, they had the whole deal where we'll stay away, his army stays away, and then of course it was a trick, so it's like everybody, everybody scrambles. So we don't see Voltron in the second episode. Of course, we do it in the first one. They still do the full animation, which I still find hilarious. After all this time, they still do the full transformations. Like, where can we just cut just a full minute chunk of time? Let's just throw the whole animation. Every episode, it's like, I don't know why they do that, but with it having been the first episode, it made sense. But it's still funny to me every time. It's like, every episode, they put it in there. So it's just funny, but they go through and it's just, the three of them together. We don't see much of Keith in either of these episodes. He's like on screen, but that's really it. We don't see him like in person. But everybody else is there. They're going through. They're fighting on the with the Lions, dealing with the ships and everything. And it was just cool. I was like, this is just a cool action sequence. I don't know how this is gonna play out because the whole thing was like, all right, we had Zarkon and Lotor, and I was like, all right, well, one goes away, one becomes the new villain, and then it was like, oh, well, that was super fast. Like the main villain went away really for a season, and then he came right back, and I was like, well, how is this gonna play out? And now he's gone. At least I assume, based on the way they obviously signified, literally the light going out of him. I'm pretty sure he's dead now. So our main villain is officially gone, but then that leaves Hagar. And I'm so curious what they're going to do with her character now because she had the vision, and I'm assuming that's what it was, where she was having the vision of her son, and it's like, oh, she knew she was having those visions because it was like the next step is coming. Like, he's about to take over and kill his father. So she wanted to stop it, but it was too late. So I'm curious if she's going to work with her son or against her son, and what's going to happen in general with Lotor taking over like his actual generals, and how they tried to basically leave him. I'm curious how that's going to play out. So there's a lot of elements I'm looking forward to in these next 4 episodes, but definitely love the second one. Like, it was just, like I said, it was just an insane action episode. The animation looked great, and of course by the end it did actually work out. They killed off the main big bad villain. So I don't know where we're headed. Like I said, I don't know if Hagar, I mean, it seems simple, but it's like, obviously something has to happen. So I'm definitely looking forward to where we're headed for the rest of the season. But first 2 episodes were definitely awesome. Naturally, I would love to know what you guys thought about them. So please comment below. Let me know your favorite parts about them, your least favorite parts about them. Definitely want to know what you guys thought about the second episode and all the crazy action that went on there. Now that Zarkon has officially been killed off, I would love to know your predictions and theories for what we're going to get for these next 4 episodes and how things are going to play out going forward, because it should be really interesting. So I'm definitely curious. We'll love to know your theories on it. Obviously something has to happen. I don't believe this is the last season. I'm pretty sure it's not. So something's got to happen. Somebody's got to be the villain. Somebody, there's probably going to be, the resurgence character. It's kind of like when Lotor first came in, where it was like, oh, he's like a half-breed and nobody trusted him or wanted to deal with him. So I'm sure we'll still have that element. But I don't know if someone will actually rise through the ranks. We've had that, like, I feel like 3 or 4 different times where people tried to do that and they always die. So I don't know if that'll become an official thing or what, like I said, what they'll do with Hagar. But I would love to know your predictions on where things are headed now. And like I said, definitely want to know what you guys thought about the first 2 episodes in general. So please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.